Dragon Ball Z has had probably the biggest, largest selection of games by any anime. Hello everyone, I'm Anime Culture, and this is my first video to do, which I'm pretty excited about. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Super, all of it is some of my favorite anime. But I want to discuss the top 3 games that have ever been made for Dragon Ball. That's really tough to do considering how many games there are. Dragon Ball games have been around since Nintendo, so narrowing it down to just 3 is extremely tough. But this is just my opinion, and I really want to know yours. That's what this channel is about. So, if you don't see your game in this list, let me know in the comments below what your favorite is. We're going to start off this list at number 3, being Dragon Ball FighterZ, or Fighter Z, however you want to say it. This game was released in 2018 for PlayStation 4, Xbox, Switch, and PC. This is a 2.5D fighting game developed by Arc System Works, the same studio that had Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue, which Guilty Gears were such fun games. Fighter Z is a game that looks and plays like the anime. The graphics are insane. It has such smooth animation and cinematic cutscenes that I just love. I honestly wish this game followed the story arc, because that would be an incredible fighting game. This game features a 3-on-3 tag system where you can switch between your characters and perform team attacks. The game also has a story mode, which, I mean, it's a different take on Dragon Ball Z. A lot of people get tired of hearing the same story over and over. I don't, but a lot of people do. You know, so it's fun. It's a good story mode with Android 21, but that's about it. What I think I like about this game is it's fun for a casual fighter, which is kind of me. But it's also good enough for those hardcore fans, like the ones that are really good at fighting games. I mean, I've seen this game go on in tournaments, so I would never do that because I would get beat very quickly. But Fighter Z is just a game that showcases the best of Dragon Ball with stunning visuals, intense action, and honestly, a faithful representation of the characters and the lore. I just wish it had a better story, but it's definitely my number 3. At number 2 is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Now this game could have been number 1, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was released in 2020 for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. This is an amazing RPG that lets you experience the entire Dragon Ball Z saga from the Saiyan invasion all the way to the Majin Buu arc. Kakarot is a game that lets you live and breathe Dragon Ball, which as a fan, I love that. You can explore a open world, fly around, fish, hunt, cook, train, and interact with various characters. The game also has a combat system that mixes melee, range, and ki attack, as well as transformation and special moves. To me, it reminds me of Xenoverse. It's just Xenoverse in an RPG format. I don't know. The game really does remind me of Xenoverse with better graphics. The game does have a lot of side quests, mini games, collectibles, as well as original content expands on the story and the characters. Definitely a game that delivers the ultimate Dragon Ball Z experience. I mean, the gameplay is amazing. It's got rich content, and it really is a trip on nostalgic. Like, it's just, you go down memory lane with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. It has such details to the story that I love, and that is why it is definitely number 2. So now I'm gonna get on to my number 1. To me, the best Dragon Ball Z game of all time is Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. Now, I'm not talking about the remake or the HD remaster that came out. I'm talking about the original one that on the PS2 that had the amazing music that obviously got taken away because of tons of copyright issues. This game was released in 2004 for the PlayStation 2, and this game is honestly considered the best in the Budokai series. It's a 3D fighting game that follows the main story arcs of Dragon Ball Z. Budokai 3 features a huge roster of characters, each with their own unique moves and transformation, and the game also has a deep and customizable skill system, allowing you to equip different abilities and items to your fighters. The game also has a Dragon Ball Universe mode, which is a semi-open world adventure where you can explore different locations, collect items, and fight enemies. Budokai 3 to me captures the essence of Dragon Ball Z, with fast-paced and flashy combat, and epic story moments, and tons of fan service. I would say for sure, it's the story that got me in Budokai 3. There was no cutscenes, you didn't need it. They had these little pop-ups, it's almost like a comic or a manga. And the music that would play with the voiceover was incredible. I remember the Majin Vegeta scene so well, where he makes the ultimate sacrifice, giving me goosebumps as a kid. On top of that, there's all that exploration you can do where you can do the whole like Broly saga where If you find him on a certain part of the map, it goes through the whole Broly arc. It's incredible and one of the best games of all time. Let me know if you guys agree, and also let me know your top 3. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a huge favor, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.